This is Funk 55 with Durban Gogo. It's coming through at 11 after 9. Just went 12 after 9 right here on the drive-through. Good morning, man, and welcome to it. It's a Super Friday. You're hanging out with Mr. T to the T and the whole drive-through team. Today, we got a special guest in studio. Hello.
Morning. Is it still morning?
It is morning.
Yes, okay, good morning.
Ayanda Masuku, how you feeling today?
I am fabulous. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. Now that we have you and your energy and your scent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Perfume, man, so
we really try.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ayanda Masuku is in the building joining us. Thank you, mommy. The crowd goes crazy.
Thank you for having me.
Look, man, we are so honored that you'd find your time and the energy to come through. It's still in the morning, I know that. Mm-hmm. It's always a bit of a mission to have people wake up and come to the show. And I know that it's difficult. It's difficult.
Plus, all the way from Witbank, Emalahleni.
There we
Give
go.
It up for the girl.
Witbank Emalahleni is in the house. Let's talk about it, actually, where you're from and how you grew up and how did you become this beauty queen that's sitting right in front of us. I know that there's so many achievements that you've had.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. But like, give me a bit of background as to how you grew up and what type of family you're from.
Right, so I come from a very solid family, I would like to say, and I'm very privileged to have had that. Born and raised in Witbank Emalahleni by my parents, Oscar Masuku and Constance Masuku. I have 3 beautiful sisters and 2 nieces, and I grew up in a suburb, I guess. At Duva Park, you know. I went to a really, really good school from primary as well as high school, so I really have a really solid foundation. I think that's why I'm very confident in who I am. Having both parents is very important, and they've really, really imparted a lot of things in me.
It helps to be grounded. It helps you know, wherever you go, you carry that with you because your foundation is quite solid.
Yes, I always say that my dad has given me confidence and my mom has given me the spirit of nurturing others.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So how did you get into pageantry, and where was your first pageant?
I think I started pageantry very late. I was 25, if I'm not mistaken, and my very first pageant was a really big one. It was Miss Mpumalanga, and I had no idea what I was doing, TT. Like, it was really bad. I was banking on my good looks and a great body, and that's all I had, you know. I remember sitting down on one of my interviews, and I was asked serious questions like, what are the issues in your community, you know, what do you have to say about it? And I had no idea, and they tried to make it a bit softer for me, and they said, okay, what news article have you read? And I'm like, I have no idea. And they said, what books are you reading? And I said, I you know, it was really, really bad, but I took a lot from that experience. I made it into the top 12, but I didn't win. And I always say unfortunately, but fortunately, I didn't win, but I took away a lot, learning about what around your community, what impacts your community and what you stand for, what are your aspirations as a young woman, etc.
Do you think like the industry itself, because a lot of women misinterpret what the pageants are about, it makes them seem like they're dunda heads and they're airheads and they're, you know what I'm saying? Like it makes it seem like models are sort of airheads that know nothing because they're coming into it with the wrong idea of what it is.
Yeah, the mistake a lot of people make, and I have made in my past, is the fact that we mistaken models and pageant girls. There's a huge difference. A model represents a specific brand. A pageant girl represents a country, a community of people, and that's the difference. And so when you represent a community of people, you need to know what's going on in your community. You need to have an advocacy. You look at the likes of Ntando Kunen in Miss South Africa 2016, her advocacy was education. You know, we have the others like Demi Lee. Her advocacy was standing up for yourself and being able to fight back when you need to, I mean. So it's very important when you represent a pageant to have something that you stand for. That's the difference.
That's what I'm talking about right there. It's Ayanda Masuku. She's in studio. We're hanging out with her. Please, if you have any questions about pageantry and, modeling, about her life or what inspires you about her, please let us know. 079-217-9999. She's going to be hanging out with us. She's going nowhere. Let's take a short emission. We're back straight after this with more Ayanda.
0.0.
It is Pheli FM 95.0. We're building better communities and we're doing it one day at a time. Right about now, 24 after 9 on the drive through on a beautiful Friday. I've got with me the gorgeous, the amazing, the intelligent, the warm-spirited Ayanda Masuku.
I like intelligence more than anything.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So do you prefer that though, like
yes.
to be recognized as that?
Yes,
instead of just for your face.
Yes, exactly. Remember when I started the whole conversation of how my journey began? I was a thunderhead. I was clueless. So now that I have made it intentional to focus on my mind and to empower and to develop my mind, anytime someone has a conversation with me and said, oh wow, I'm walking away and I'm thinking you're very intelligent, it's a great compliment. Because I walk the street and I'm told I'm beautiful all the time. It's okay, I appreciate it, but you intelligent is number one for me.
That's amazing, man. But look, beautiful you are, and we cannot deny that. Okay?
Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, there we go. There we go. And Face of Emalahleni. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, after my journey with Miss Mpumalanga, I went on to try Face of Emalahleni because someone in the room told me when we had an interview, go ahead, honey, you will definitely win this one. The guy's name is Titi!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you inspired me and encouraged me to go try out Face of Emalahleni. And I just thought to myself after Miss Mpumalanga, I'm never ever going to try pageants again. I really did, and I felt like I'm really stupid. But after having that interview with you, I was really encouraged, and so I did enter Face of Emalahleni. And the most amazing thing is that I used what I learned from a big pageant, from a provincial pageant, into a community and city pageant. So I think I won because of that advantage in 2016.
And also, a lot of times when we lose, we feel like it's the end.
Yes.
In all honesty, man, a loss is nothing but a lesson for the next thing.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? I
really suck when it comes to losing. I'm not a good loser.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is.
Right.
I'm especially a bad loser.
Yeah.
You can ask anyone on my team. I'm terrible at losing.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's about what comes from it.
Exactly. Yes.
And what happened after that?
After that, it was Face of Emalahleni. Fantastic. That's when I established my non-profit organization because with everything that I've learned through pageantry, I said there's a lot that we are learning here, and I want to pass on that information to the next generation. So how do I do that? Obviously, a non-profit organization that focuses on young women, inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. My advocacy is live on purpose. Each and every one of us are born for a divine purpose. We are only here for a season, but we're definitely here for a divine purpose. However, I will be honest that my advocacy has changed throughout times as I grew up. So in 2016 I established my non-profit organization, and then the following few years, 2018, I entered Miss Inspire South Africa, which was a national pageant.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, I also won that particular pageant. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and Miss Inspire South Africa was a great one in that it really focuses on community engagement and community service. And so I learned a lot throughout that journey. I was visiting dumping sites. I was visiting orphanage homes because of this particular pageant. So, yeah. And then fast forward. Should I fast forward?
Yeah. No. We're going on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And then Miss Sundowns, sorry.
Yeah. Miss Sundowns 2018, they were doing searches, and I got to represent my province, because how Sundowns works is that they go around the country and they look for girls in each province, 2 girls that are going to represent their province in the national pageant. So I had the opportunity and the platform to represent my community and my province in Mpumalanga in the nationals. It was a fantastic one. Oh my gosh. Sundowns.
Of course.
One of my favorite pageants that I've done. Very exciting, very energetic. Opened up my eyes to a different industry that I never thought females could be in that particular industry, which is the sports industry.
Yeah.
Taught me a lot about respecting the sports industry also and what goes into it. So I'm really, really blessed to have had that privilege to sit amongst legends in the sports industry. Okay, Sundowns, I didn't win, but I walked away with a position, and that was first princess.
Whoa!
Thank you, Titi. I really appreciate that.
It's a big one, man. It's a national thing.
Yes.
And you were the second. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's amazing, bro.
Thank
that's an amazing
so
feat. Yeah.
First princess, okay? First
princess.
Don't take it away from me. First princess.
First princess. Right.
Yeah. And I think Sundowns was the last pageant I did. That was the last time I walked on the stage because I did enter a pageant, but then I dropped out because I was suffering from depression and anxiety. So I had to focus on my mental state and my mental well-being, and I walked away from that pageant.
What was Miss
Bachelorette.
Miss Bachelorette.
South Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
It was a phenomenal one that focuses on GBV.
Yeah.
Yes, so I had to walk away from that one. Unfortunately, I did not finish the journey.
All right, so fast forward now, you're back and you are in another pageant. Tell us about it and how far are you?
Well, I am a semi-finalist for Supreme Queen Global Earth Africa. Now, that's a mouthful. It really is a mouthful, but I'm truly, truly excited to be representing South Africa in this pageant. Supreme Queen Global Earth Africa is a pageant that allows women or diverse women, I'm talking about married women, women who are divorced, women who have kids, women who don't have kids. It just gives us a platform to have a voice and to utilize that voice in issues or social issues that impact our continent as well as our country.
So this is a continental
Yes, we've
pageant.
got ladies from Namibia, Zimbabwe.
Let's go.
Botswana, you
Let's
know.
get it.
So
Let's
I'm
get
really,
it.
really excited to be representing South Africa. And also, should I win, Supreme Queen Global Earth Africa has a license, so it means that I will be representing under the Mrs. Universe. I'm not married, but they do have that license.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Hey, listen, ladies and gents, she's doing amazing things. She's doing beautiful things from one beautiful lady to another. We've got our own in studio right now who's about to give us the sporting bulletins and find out what's going on with the sport. It's exactly 9:31 on Pheli FM on the drive-through. We'll be back with Ayanda wrapping it up and telling us how we can support you and what we need to do in order to show you a lot of love.
The drive-through 95.0.
It is Pheli FM 95.0. Of course, the drive-through is where you at, man. It's 9:37 on the clock. I'm chilling in studio with Ayanda Masuku, and we're talking about her journey and her brand new pageant.
Yes, Supreme Queen Global Earth Africa.
There we go, Supreme Queen. So how do you need us to support you, and what type of love do you need us to show you?
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Titi. I really, really appreciate it. Pageants do not have a funding body. So we don't have a place where we can say, we want this much and etc. So it is the responsibility of semi-finalists or finalists, depending on where you are in the competition, to raise funds. And at the moment, I am on a quest of raising 30,000 rands. I know it sounds like a lot, but it can be split between 6 sponsors. So I'm looking for 6 sponsors. And I'm saying sponsors because we want to work with them, right? How do we do this? Is by myself as the semi-finalist. I will be responsible for creating content for these particular sponsors. For each event that we have as a semi-finalist for Supreme Queen Global Earth Africa, we will have pull-up banners to be displayed, as well as audio visuals with their logos at every event, and then they become players at a golf event that we're going to have should I make it as a finalist, right? So at the moment, I do have 2 sponsors. Yay, 2 sponsors, Ayanda. Well done.
There we go.
Yeah. So I am looking for 4 more sponsors to partner up with me and carry me throughout the journey.
Oh, super, man. Look, you will find them, and good luck on your journey, man. Good luck on everything that you're going to be doing in the future. I know that it won't be the last one.
Yes, definitely. Oh, one more thing. People can definitely vote for me.
There we go.
Should I have enough votes, that would land me automatically in the top 15 or the finalists.
Okay, so now how many people are there now?
We have top 50.
Top 50?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to narrow it down.
Yes, that's right. So your votes can really, really count.
How do I vote?
Basically, you will just follow me on Instagram. I always post about my voting and what am I saying? English. But yeah, I always post a link on my social media, especially on the stories, so people can definitely click on the link and follow the instructions. I wear some.
Thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. God bless you.
Ooh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ayanda Masuku. It's exactly 9:41 right here on the drive-through. Let's get it.